What's up guys, it's Oakley, also known as Wolad, and today I decided to make a video. So basically in today's video, I will be discussing Cancer men. So basically if you're in the astrology community, I don't know why I couldn't really say that. So basically if you are in the astrology community, everyone kind of already knows that like there's this trend of hating Cancer guys. I'm a Cancer guy. I'm here making a video about Cancer guys, and I'm a guy, so like chances are pretty high that I would be a Cancer. Basically, I've kind of tried to make videos about this before and just kind of like jot things down and write my thoughts down and stuff. So basically, from my understanding, obviously, Cancer is a water sign. Water signs are kind of ruled by their emotions and their heart and their feelings. So, for the most part, a guy who is a water sign, who is a Cancer, Cancers are usually nurturing by instinct. They're a little bit more nurturing. They're a little bit more caring, a bit more taking the caregiver role naturally. Like, it's not really something that we choose to do. It's kind of just something that kind of comes to us naturally. And so yeah, basically my theories, these are just my theories. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to be, oh my god, why am I like getting some pasty fucking white right now? Yeah, so basically my kind of whole way that I think about it is, so obviously for the most part it's kind of generally accepted that guys shouldn't be very emotional, that they shouldn't easily show their emotions, that they shouldn't kind of display their emotions, and kind of as we're raised within our families and stuff, and also within society in a broader scheme, it's kind of like, no, don't be sad, don't cry, you're a man, you gotta man up, you can't cry, you can't show negative feelings because those are more feminine, and if you do that, you're not a man, you're not as masculine as you should be, this, that, and the other thing. So basically, when you're kind of being raised as this guy in a society and kind of being told that you can't be yourself because Cancers are more emotional, we are more ruled by our emotions. It's easy for us to get in our own heads, for us to overthink, for us to get depressed, for us to love, for us to care, for us to give. Basically, so when that feminine side of those emotions aren't really acknowledged, and we aren't raised and we aren't told that it's okay to feel those emotions in their entirety and to let them go and to also express them in a constructive way or in just a blatant way, it comes out in a lot of internalized ways. There's a lot of inner turmoil, but it also can come out as aggression or miscommunication. It can come out as hurting people that we love, pushing away our feelings so much that we actually become the opposite of how we are deep down, and kind of just stray further and further away from who we are at our core. When I say we, I'm just talking about Cancers, Cancer men in general. I'm not really specifically talking about myself, although. So I've seen also a lot of videos and a lot of people online talking about, oh, I dated a Cancer man and he cheated on me, or he was just really shitty, he was just a piece of shit, like he did this, that, and the other thing. So when it does come to relationships like that, if you've ever been done wrong by a Cancer guy in a friendship or relationship or family ship, you know, in any sort of dynamic, kind of just here to say that the way that I see it is that when a guy in general isn't, when guys in general aren't brought up to express their emotions, we kind of repress them. So when you repress something, it kind of bottles up inside of you, and at one point or another, it will explode. And whether it just hurts them or it hurts all of the people around them, it's kind of up to how they live their life and kind of what they do, if they're social or if they're not social, if they're antisocial or if they are very personable and go out, very charismatic and have a lot of friends. In general, it's just kind of dependent on that. And then kind of just like, where does it change? When does too much become too much? There's people walking by my window. My window is open right now. But kind of, it's just like an independent struggle. It's just kind of like, when is it enough? When is too much enough? You know, are you in therapy? Have you even talked about your feelings? Do you even feel your feelings? Do you just convert every negative emotion into anger or resentment or blaming it on somebody else and not looking inward and being like, oh shit, that happened, but I just kept moving on and I never stopped to think about it and feel those feelings that happened. Maybe it was a traumatic event. Maybe it was, you know, heartbreak. Maybe it was betrayal. Maybe it was mourning. It could literally be anything. And so kind of just the way that I kind of think about it is, okay, so very broad, it's very general, that happens to a lot of guys because we are raised to not feel our emotions and to repress them. So when it comes to certain signs that are ruled by their emotions, like the Cancer man, there's more repressed. There's more feelings involved behind it. It's kind of more intensified. You know what I mean? It's very easy to flip-flop between one extreme to another when you are ruled by your own emotions. It's very easy to get trapped inside of your own head. So when it comes to guys, Cancer guys, so when it does come to people who are more emotional, personally, I like to recommend creative outlets or physical outlets, any type of outlet. I think everyone should have outlets, but especially when it comes to people who are more ruled by their emotions, to get you out of your own head, sometimes you physically have to do something. And I don't mean mindlessly watching TV, and I do not mean playing video games. And I think having a creative outlet, art, music, or on the other spectrum, like I said, any physical outlets like swimming, sports, running, working out, just doing something to help release that energy that you have pent up inside of you, and to kind of get you out of your own head for however long it might be. So yeah, when it comes to Cancer guys, we are not all pieces of shit. It can be said for anybody, of course. It really just goes to show who puts in the effort and who doesn't, who's actively trying to get better, who is not, who is hurt and trying to heal themselves, or who is hurt and deciding to just hurt everybody around them. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of my video. If you disagree with me, let me know below. Also, if you agree with me, let me know below as well. Yeah, I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. We all go through phases in our lives, and I honestly, in general, don't think that somebody's zodiac sign should keep you apart. If you're meant to be, you're meant to be. Do not be turned off or turned away by somebody's zodiac sign, because it really doesn't have much to do with the progress that they've made. It's kind of just something else. So yeah, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe maybe, and I'll see you in the next video.